Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15, your daily talk show. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. I hope you all are having a fabulous morning, and I am sending you so much love and light today because we're going to make it a great day. First up, it's time for the social scene, sharing fun things to do this weekend. Tonight, feminist icon and Grammy Award winner Ani DeFranco is performing live at the Embassy Theater with Peter Mulvey and Sister Strings. DeFranco has embraced punk, funk, hip-hop, and jazz, and she's even collaborated with Prince. Tickets are on sale right now at the Embassy box office or online. There's a lot happening at the Clyde Theater this weekend. Don't miss the eclectic improv rock band Humphreys McGee live with Doom Flamingo for a night of jam band fun. Then Friday, the Clyde welcomes St. Paul and the Broken Bones with special guest Rhett Medicine. Their music is described as vivid dreamscapes set to the tune of soul, psychedelic, and funk. And on Saturday, Rod Tough Curls and the Bench Press return to the Clyde with their tribute to party rock. It's a guaranteed good time for everyone. And lastly, Friday through Sunday, the Miss Paw Shrine Circus makes its annual visit to Fort Wayne at the Memorial Coliseum with multiple shows each day. Tickets are available at the box office. On today's show, we are celebrating Ronald McDonald's 25th anniversary in Northeast Indiana. So I'm going to take you inside of the Ronald McDonald House, which is the largest and longest running nonprofit organization here, supporting families of ill children and providing preventative care. And later, we speak with Super Shots to get some really good information about cervical cancer prevention. Stay tuned after a short break.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Ronald McDonald House. I am at the Ronald McDonald House charity of Northeast Indiana, and they are celebrating 25 years of providing support, care, and housing to families with ill children in the hospital. I am so excited to be here to tour the facility and learn more. Come on. Joining me now is Jen Veach. She is the CEO of this Northeast Indiana charity chapter. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good, thank you for inviting me into your home, your house, the Ronald McDonald House. Please share with us all about this organization and this particular chapter.
Sure. So the Ronald McDonald House, our mission is to provide a home away from home for families with hospitalized children. We want to provide everything from a place to sleep to a nightly meal so that they can feel at home even when they can't be.
Yeah, and you're located right here inside of the hospital, close to all of the children and youth units.
Yes.
And so tell me what that means to families who may be at a sensitive state, knowing that they can stay locally to be with their child.
Right. So part of what we do is family-centered care. We want to keep the parents and the rest of the family close to the child because data shows that when the family is strong and together, the child heals quicker. So our goal is not only to care for them and providing a bed, but we also want to provide for all the different resources that they need.
Yes, and so we're standing here inside of the kitchen, and first I have to say, when you walk in, it's so warm and cozy here. Like, it really does feel like home, and you provide so many different services inside of this housing space. Right. So can you go over some of the areas that you have and what you provide here?
Sure. So we provide everything from a bed to sleep in with a private room. We also provide laundry services, a kindness kitchen with nightly meals. We also provide other programs, especially when families have needs outside of what we provide. So we have partnered with various charities within our community, like Community Connect, so that when families have needs that we can't provide for, they can still get the resources they need before they ever would leave the Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay, I would love to take a tour.
Yes.
All right, come on.
Let's go.
So Jen, what's so exciting is that this program is completely free to families. Right. So they're able to come and enjoy this house and the rooms and the food. So how does it work?
Right. Families never receive a charge to stay at the Ronald McDonald House regardless of their length of stay. We are 100% community supported. So whether that be the meals that we provide, the bedding that we have, or the games, you know, in the toy room, it is all provided by the community and generous donors.
So Jen, share with me, if a family is interested in your services and staying at the McDonald House, how do they get in contact with you? What's the process?
Yeah. So when families come to the hospital, we have a great connection with the nurses and the doctors at Parkview, and they send referrals to us. That's how we meet and get connected to the families. From there, they apply, and then we provide them a room if it's available. If they're not available at the time, then we provide them something called a day guest pass, which means they can enjoy the house from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, receive meals, and still do laundry services as well.
Wow, that's incredible. And so as we look around the house, I know we just came from the kitchen, and you all provide a meal every single night.
We do.
That is so incredible. And then food throughout the day.
Yes.
Okay, and then so what? So this area here is just a little dining room area that the families can come and enjoy.
Yes.
And what else do we have around?
So this is our common space, and many families will gather here, whether as a family or whether they have visitors that come to the house. There's a game area, there's a TV area, and we welcome also families to bring in their friends, whether it's their church members, they want to have some private time, or it's a great place for families who have like stories to commune together and support each other.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just to provide that circle of support for the child.
It is. It's really important because a lot of parents feel alone, and when they meet another family, then they're able to express that with them and feel like they've really been heard.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And then you have a little Violet's Playhouse over here.
Yes.
So it really just accommodates kids of all ages. That's so incredible. Yes. So as we walk, what's back here? What are we walking into?
So this is our guest space that we're heading into. In this space, we have 16 private rooms.
Wow.
Families, we like to say, live with us. So we live with 16 families all the time. In this space, we also have our laundry services, which is available 24 hours. And you know, as you were talking about families never receive a charge, everything from even the soap, the laundry sheets are provided by the community.
Wow.
This is also a great place for families to come and go. We have a different section here for dining or for games, and then there is a kitchenette in the back that sustains families as well.
So it is like a home. It looks like a hotel.
It is. It's exactly like a house. Yeah.
As we're walking.
And it's exactly right. You know, we are a hotel service, but we're so much more than that because we want families to know that they are accepted and that no matter how long their child is in the hospital, that we are here to support them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Well, I'd love to see one of the rooms.
Absolutely. So room 8, this is, you know, example of one of our typical rooms. All our rooms have different settings, just like a hotel, whether it be 2 queen beds, whether it be a queen and a twin bed. But this really represents where a family is primarily going to stay when they're at the Ronald McDonald House. Each room is slightly different, and the needs of each room is slightly different. So, you know, like you mentioned with donations, whether that be the bedding or the pillows, it's something that we're always going through and we're always in need of.
Yes, and so what type of organizations or businesses donate this type of stuff? Is it the public and they just go shop and give, or is it businesses that actually provide these services?
It's both. Okay. So we'll often put out a wish list, and then we have even past families, individuals that have experienced the Ronald McDonald House. We do partner with some businesses that then donate the wish list items on a monthly basis.
Okay. Yeah. Look at this. It's so cozy in here, which is important. And then look at this. Get a little bag and a little welcome towels, and it's just nicely set up and ready, because the fact of the matter is when families come to the hospital, it's most of the time not anything that they really prepared for.
That's right.
It may be an emergency. It's like, oh my goodness, we have to uproot our whole lives to be here. So this really does provide a great service.
It is. You know, we serve about 75% NICU families. Sometimes they do know, and sometimes they don't know that they'll be having a Ronald McDonald House stay. But then there's another 25% of families that do get that call and immediately rush to the Ronald McDonald House. Our role is to provide everything that they need in case they can't go home.
Yeah, that's great. So great. All right, let's keep looking.
Sure.
Jen, thank you so much for the tour.
Yes.
I really love seeing this facility. Like I said, it's so comfy and cozy for the family. And we have to talk about the 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's so exciting. What does that mean to you all?
Yeah. You know, it's amazing to think that 25 years ago, Ronald McDonald House Charities was born here in Northeast Indiana.
Yeah.
And it's been great to think about. We started with a family room, and now we're with a house, a Caramobile, and a family lounge. So we feel that we've been very blessed to serve Northeast Indiana over the years.
Yes, and how will you celebrate?
We're going to celebrate. We would love to have people connect to us via social media.
Yes.
Every month we're going to have a fun story, a family video, or just really different fun facts that people may not know about our charity.
Absolutely, that sounds really exciting. And I have to ask you one thing though. I know you offer food here. Is McDonald's a part of what you serve?
Yeah, great question. You know, McDonald's is the founding partner to Ronald McDonald House Charities back in 1974. And although that we don't serve McDonald's food here, they're a very intricate part of what we do. You know, for example, individuals can help support the house when they go through McDonald's by rounding up. The canisters, the change, it all stays local. So we would love for individuals to support us through the McDonald's path as well.
Yeah, okay, so it makes sense. When they're like, leave your change, and they have the cans and round up, it goes here.
It goes here locally. Yes, it does.
What a reason to donate. That's so incredible to see where it goes. So that's so amazing. I love what you all are doing. I love this facility. I love learning of something new here. And I hope our viewers really learned something about the services that are offered and ways that they can participate by donating and volunteering and all of that. So thank you, Jen.
Yeah, thank you so much. We loved having you here.
Yes, thank you. If you would like more information about the Ronald McDonald House Charity, you can go to their website to donate, to give, and to just participate. And remember, it's their 25th anniversary. So head over to their social medias to learn more. And welcome to their home. This segment sponsored by Ronald McDonald House. January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. And did you know that over 14,000 women in the United States are diagnosed with invasive cervical cancer each year? So here to talk with me today about cancer prevention and vaccination options is Stacy Kazmarek. She is a registered nurse and clinical manager at SuperShot, and Victoria Grabowski. She is a cervical cancer survivor. Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me and chatting about this very important subject that I think all women should be made aware of. And if they're not made aware of, then at least be reminded of, okay? So start off by sharing with me, Stacy, what is cervical cancer, to those who don't know?
Absolutely. Cervical cancer is any cancer that affects the tissues of the cervix. And like you said, it affects about 14,000 women every year.
Yes, and with this particular cancer, I know that it really affects women, but what do you think is the primary cause of it?
Yeah, so that's what we're really passionate about at SuperShot, is that 9 out of 10 cases of cervical cancer are actually caused by the HPV virus. This is a virus that's been identified and is well known and is also preventable. So there's a vaccine available that protects against 9 different strains of HPV. So when we talk about those numbers, when it comes to cervical cancer, many of those cases can be prevented by being vaccinated. Okay, and so there's a lot of, I'm not going to say confusion around this subject, but there may be a lot of misperception about how one can get it and really what's the root of it. Was it preventable? Was it not? So can you go a little bit deeper about how one can get this particular cancer? Yeah, absolutely. So HPV is spread by skin-to-skin contact, and that can mean certain things, but it doesn't have to. It can be spread through any kind of skin-to-skin contact. The vaccine, when it first came out, was really marketed towards young women, but it actually is available for both men and women starting at age 11.
Wow.
We've learned a lot about vaccines as a community through COVID, and one thing we know is that getting vaccinated not only protects yourself, but protects those around you and those in your community. And that's why it's so important for women and men to get vaccinated against HPV, because you're not only protecting yourself, but you're protecting those around you as well.
Okay, so directly, if men get vaccinated for this, it's not that they can gain that type of cancer or they can get HPV. Is that correct?
They can get HPV and they can spread HPV. They're not going to get cervical cancer, but they are still, this month is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, so that's what we're talking about. But they're still susceptible to things like oropharyngeal cancers, so that's head, neck, and throat cancers as well. HPV is a factor in those as well. And so they are protecting themselves against HPV, which can lead to other kinds of cancers.
Wow, wow. That's so interesting. And so share with me, Victoria, your story. I know that it was a very interesting one because you were actually diagnosed. So kind of walk us through your journey.
Okay. I was diagnosed when I was in my early 30s, and it was through a pap smear. And by the time that they caught it in a pap smear, it was pretty significant. And so they did a biopsy. And usually during biopsies, they say, if we catch it early enough, we can get it all out.
Right.
It didn't work. So then I had to have another surgery, and they went deeper. Still didn't get a clean margin, so they went in for a third time. Still didn't get a clean margin, and basically took out most of my cervix by that point.
Oh, wow.
And so their recommendation was, it's time for a hysterectomy. It's the only way to truly get rid of this cancer, and you'll be cancer-free. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was dating my husband now, who's a physician in Philadelphia, he got me to the best gyne-onc in Philadelphia and got all my records sent over there. And so I had to have a fourth and final surgery where I had clean margins, and he protected my fertility. Didn't have to have a hysterectomy. 25 years later, I have 2 beautiful kids, and my husband and I are living in Fort Wayne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so powerful because it's such a scary thing, I'm sure, that you went through at that moment when you learned about it. And of course, you want all the options and you want to do anything you can to remove it. But just that little turn in the story could have just, I mean, it could have changed everything had you went through with the surgery. And so what do you think is the biggest message there? Just to keep looking for options, getting multiple opinions. What do you think you took from that?
The thing that I took from it then was I was very fortunate to have an advocate for me. Because I was listening to really good doctors, and after having 3 unsuccessful surgeries, I was kind of feeling a little defeated. But, you know, again, it was my advocate that made me go further. And the thing that I look towards it now is that this cancer is preventable. And so both of my kids, I have a 18-year-old son, a 16-year-old daughter, they both got the vaccination just because it is preventable. A lot of this, to be able to be in a position now where I can advocate saying, this is something that we can do. We can get the vaccination, we can stop the spread, we can really make a difference in the communities where people don't realize this is very silent. You don't really have symptoms for a long time. By the time symptoms show up, you're pretty far along.
Right, right. How incredible. And just your strength to go through that many surgeries and keep going and keep fighting for your health is just so powerful. So congratulations to you in being a survivor. So Stacey, share with me just about the age range that this disease really can affect.
Yeah, absolutely. We see this most often in 20 and 30-year-old women. And so a lot of times they're in a stage of life where they're no longer receiving routine vaccinations. And so that's one of the reasons why the recommendation for the HPV vaccine starts at an age where you're already getting other vaccinations as well. It's a 2-dose series if it started before age 15, so they start recommending it at age 11. If you receive it after 15, or even if you are older now and you'd like to get that protection against HPV, it's available all the way up to age 45 now as well. So both women and men, anywhere from age 11 to 45, are eligible to receive that vaccine series.
11 to 45, wow. Okay, and what is the frequency of this vaccine. So how often do you need to get it?
Yeah, absolutely. It is actually, once you've completed the initial series, you are considered protected. And
for just that span?
Yes. So like I said, for those less than 15, it's a 2-dose series. They get 1 dose, and then 6 months later, they'll get a 2nd dose, and they're protected. If you are older than 15 and wanting to get your HPV vaccine, it'll be a 3-dose series, but we can still get you fully vaccinated within a 7-month period.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, and then you're done.
Then you're done, absolutely.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yep, and you've done your part to prevent the spread of HPV in your own community.
Okay, that's wonderful. And then Super Shot is a business, a facility that people can go and actually get this vaccine. So will you share more about this organization?
Yeah, absolutely. We are a local nonprofit, and we try to fill the gap between when it comes to needing to get vaccinations, but maybe not necessarily having a primary care provider or maybe a primary care provider that doesn't offer state vaccines. So we're able to see patients who are on state insurance as well as those that are on commercial insurance, and adults as well. We have been around for about 30 years this year, serving the community in Fort Wayne, and with that, we started off seeing just children, but we've been able to expand, especially over with COVID vaccines and things like that. We see adults, like I said, we see those with commercial insurance as well as those with state insurance. And we're open now 5 days a week. So we're open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay, and like you said, you offer a variety of vaccinations. So people can come in and kind of get exactly what they need.
Absolutely. We like to be the vaccine experts. So if you come in, whether an adult or a child, we can review your record as well and see if there's any vaccines that you're needing.
Okay, wonderful. Stacy, thank you so much for the information. Victoria, thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Prevention is better than any cure. So ladies, let's take care of ourselves and get screened. We'll have more information listed below, and we'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll leave you with this. Today and every day, you have the option to be the hope you want to see in the world. So choose to make it a great day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.